What's up, world? It's your boy, Shaughnessy Haynes, coming to you today to read to you my poem entitled The Transitional Queen. I wrote this poem about a week ago, and it's for all the women who are going through a bad breakup, been through a messy divorce, coming out of a situation where you felt like you were torn down, you were beat down, you lost yourself. You used that adversity to build yourself back up, and now today you're more stronger than ever. Make sure you read my entire series and the rest of my blogs at my website, www.srhaynesgmf.wordpress.com. Also follow me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Shaughnessy Haynes, and also on Instagram and Twitter at I am King Haynes. Here we go. Strong is just one of her attributes, but vulnerability sneaks up on her at times. She's not asking you to give her the world, just a couple of hours of your time. She doesn't cry because she is sad. She is crying because she is disappointed. You weren't somebody she needed. You were somebody she loved and wanted. Now she faces a dilemma. Should she follow her mind or follow her heart? Looking at the choices you presented her with, it's probably best she just hit restart. Restart would take her back and allow her time to refocus on her. It would also give you time to refocus on you and the type of man you once were. Separate corners of the planet, and her world is spinning on its axis. Now that you are out the picture, her perfection has come from her practice. A man is now required to put her first. He must always understand her position. She would no longer walk behind you, so you must respect the transition. Her focus made her strong, and her practice made her wise. She only wants for a man, not a boy full of games and lies. Independence is the key, and a leader is what she desires. A man who is faithful, honest, and true is what she always admired. Time and patience has evolved her. Now she understands her worth. She's moving forward with her life. There will be no more pain and no more hurt. The woman you once took for granted has now shifted to the bigger screen. Now she is the star in this movie, and you're just the extra begging her for a scene. How could she move on without you? Your attitude is now bold and cruel. You are now a non-factor in her life because she no longer associates with falsifiers and fools. She is educated in the mind and a true definition of a lady on her grind. A real man can see her worth because we all know that a diamond will always shine. She's a lady without her tramp, and her style would make you fear her. How did you ever let her get away? Start by looking at the man in the mirror. You were egotistical and arrogant, and your future was always unstable and rocky. You would rather spend time with your homies, and your attitude was always a little too cocky. Always in the club popping bottles. Every female that walked by, you try to holler. Meanwhile, she's starving herself for you so she can keep her figure looking like a model's. Meanwhile, you're the man, taking random trips to Dallas and H-Town. Sooner or later, homeboy, she will realize why you keep that iPhone face down. She sacrificed her soul for you, and now you want her to forgive and forget. Now you're realizing that you love her, but really, what's love got to do with it? Where was the love when you were gone? Where was the love when she needed you home? Where was the love when you was inputting those other females' numbers into your cell phone? You never desired to put her first. You would start arguments with her for no reason. She has finally overcome your emotional storm. She is now about to enter her season. Now that she has renewed and revamped, and you are no longer part of her dream, you are now about to witness the process of the transitioning of a queen. Her self-esteem has now risen, and now she comes with attitude and confidence. You're telling her that you could change, but for your lies, she has a zero tolerance. She understands the type of man that you are. She also knows the type of woman you would need. She knows it can never be her again because she requires a man who knows how to lead. Your life is turning upside down. You didn't respect the qualities she possessed. You promised her a year ago some changes, but all you did since then was regress. Now she is more focused than ever. No more nights dealing with the lover guy. You always wanted to ignore the caterpillar, but now you want to sweat the beautiful butterfly. Her evolution has now been created, and yesterday would never come around again. Every morning when her feet hit the floor, God gives her the strength she needs to begin. The ability to carry on through the pain. Self-love and courage are things she learned to gain. Never let a man get inside her heart again if his forecast for the future only consists of rain. Brighter days for her are what to come. Satisfaction is something she will seek. She desires a man with courage and strength, not a boy who is fragile and weak. Your time has now expired and her rebuilding process is now complete. This beautiful woman has now transitioned into the queen she was always created to be. Desperation has you feeling worthless, but her soul is now green and feels earthly. The crown is placed upon her head, and a glass slipper fits her foot perfectly. Your title has now diminished, and your purpose in her life is now negated. Her queendom has now been established, and her throne has just been created. As the crown is placed upon her head, new life begins to flow throughout her veins. No more sacrifices or shackles for her, because this is one woman who cannot be tamed. Now more bold and beautiful than she has ever been. The process of change is what she needed. Once a queen recognizes the power of her throne, there is no way she can be defeated. Class and elegance embraces her well, with a genuine style and a sexy physique. A woman who has been through the pits of hell, yet she continues to smile, and that's what makes her unique. There is no man who can break her again. She accepted her losses and celebrated the wins. She now understands where things may end is where better things will always begin. Her heart has now healed, and her destiny has simply been fulfilled. With God as her newfound leader, her soul has now been purified and distilled. Material things no longer will excite her. A real man could be all that it will entice her. Intellectually sound in the mind, what a plan for the future is what will ignite her. No more using imperfections as excuses. No more settling for less than what she deserves. She wants a man who can drive straight in her lane, not one who only continuously swerves. As she looks in the mirror on the wall, a smile of satisfaction comes upon her face. She thinks about the blessings of her life today and also the misery and sadness of that dark place. That place she would never see again. She has now been elevated to a level that is serene. The woman that was once treated like a lonely servant has now transitioned into a glorified and quintessential queen. To all my queens, you are loved and appreciated. Get comfortable on your throne, because a real man that comes into your life will make sure that your crown never depreciates.